trainer here at the ministry. In this video, we are going to be discussing Oasis. It's a multi-purpose, web-based software platform that we utilize here in the ministry to accomplish various tasks. So specifically, we're going to be covering how to log in to Oasis, how to clock in and clock out. So just follow along with me as I share my screen and we'll jump right in. All right, so here we go. We are on the Oasis webpage right now. More than likely, either from myself or from our compliance officer, you have received a link through Slack to access the Oasis web page. So that link is simply just the hyperlink or the web address to Oasis itself. Normally, what we like to do is set that up on our phones if we're using that through our, our cell phone, or if you're using it at the iPad at the house, it will be set up as basically an application on your phone. So just the way that a normal app is set up. We try to set that up with you. So again, either through myself or again, our compliance officer, you should have received a username and a password. So very simply, if you have not received a username or password from either, again, myself or our compliance officer, make sure that you reach out to us. Let us know that you need one, and we will make sure that we get that set up for you. But it's very simple. All you do is you just type in your username here, and then, of course, your password at the bottom, and then you log in, right? So we'll go ahead and log in. It'll take a few moments for that to begin, to come on, and then it'll take us to this screen. So as you can tell, we are here on the login screen, Lord's Legacy Ministries, and it says my name, and then it has the dashboard and several other items at the bottom. So we'll go over from here in just a moment. We'll go a little bit deeper, but right now, just all you need to know is how to log in, get that username and your password, and you're good to go. All right, guys, so here you are. You're on your dashboard in Oasis. You've got your username, you've got your password. Where do we go to find the different tools that are available to us in Oasis? So here at the left hand of your screen, now again, it might be a little different from your cell phone versus what we're looking at here, viewing here on a computer, but it'll just basically be smushed together in a smaller mobile-based profile. So still though, nonetheless, we're going to be looking for this icon at the top left of the screen. We're going to click that, and you should see a few different drop-down menus. Mine has a little more just due to being an administrator here in the office. I have a little bit more access. Again, just a staff in the home, you'll have your dashboard, you'll have time and attendance, and you have client documentation. So right now, we're going to jump straight into what do we do to clock in. Again, you're going to, from the dashboard, go up to this icon. Click the icon, and you're going to come straight here to time and attendance. From time and attendance, you're going to look for time clock. So we're going to go straight to time clock. All right, and again, this is just to clock in and clock out of your shift. Now, a point to remember is you cannot clock in or clock out of your shift until you've completed your daily note. So in fact, what you'll likely do is you'll complete your daily notes first by going to client documentation and down here to progress note. We'll get to that a little bit later, but just remember, you cannot actually clock in or clock out until you've completed that daily note at the end of your shift. So what you'll be doing in practice is you'll finish your shift, finish your daily note, enter your time in, and enter your time out here on the time clock section of Oasis. All right, so we're here at the time clock. We've finished our daily note for the shift, and now we're ready to punch in and punch out for our shift. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to come over here to where it says personnel. We've got two different options. One says participant, one says personnel. So to clock in or clock out, we need to make sure that the personnel tab is what we click there. So again, we want to make sure that we click personnel, and then we're going to come down to where it says select person, and we're going to click our name. You should only see your name if you've clicked personnel there. So, and then what you want to do is you want to make sure you're entering the correct day for the shift that you're working. This gets a little bit tricky if you're working that 4 to 12 or 12 to 8 shift. So very simply, if you're working an 8 to 4 shift, and let's see, today's the 14th, what we're going to do is we're going to come down, we'll click it, It's already got today's date highlighted. I'm just going to highlight that, then highlight it again. Why? I'm going to hit my start date and my end date. It should be the same day. You should not have two different dates for your clock in or your clock out. They should be the same. Otherwise, it kind of messes it up. And remember, you're going to clock in and clock out for each individual shift that you work, even if you work a double. If you work a 4 to 12, and then also you work a 12 to 8, you're going to make sure that you put the correct date and the separate shift times in there. So very quickly, for example, if I'm working the 4 to 12 today on the 14th, I want to make sure that I have the 14th there, right? I'm going to put time in for the direction, and then I'm going to put 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock, 0 minutes at, PM, right? And then we're going to click the service that we're providing. And this is very important. Remember, your service has to